How you doing?
How you doing? David from ITV.
I was very privileged, not only unfortunately didn't never see them play live, but I was very privileged to have some memories off the field as well. I remember in my younger years, my dad and him were such good pals. They went away to Portugal, and I remember these memories of chilling by the pool and hanging out at different these resorts in Portugal. And I grew very fond of Denis. He's a good man. He was always very humorous. I remember towards the end of my dad's time as well, Denis was one of the guys that came down and spent some time with me at the hospital. So the least I can do here is to be to represent. It's what an incredible career, iconic man. And someone sent me a picture the other day, and it was Sir Matt Busby, my dad, Sir Bobby, and Denis. And I just thought, what an era of absolute legends.
What did your dad always say about him?
That he was a good man. He was a good man off the pitch as well. I think, in that time, a few of them came together outside of football and were pals. And I think that my dad and Denis were good pals. And I think that's a very nice thought. So today, it's a very sad day, but very special day for that era and those guys that were absolute icons and changed the game, not only for United, but for football as well.
Bryan. Yeah. Calum.
I mean, obviously we're paying tribute to the King here. I mean, your memories of it.
Well, as a young guy, as a player, his personality, character was superb. And on the pitch, he was a lion, he was fearless. But off the pitch, the humility and the empathy he's shown to people as a character, that was Denis Law, a wonderful person.
What was it like then to get to know him?
Well, when he got the Ballon d'Or, I actually signed an apprenticeship then in '64. And it was great. All the senior players in them days, they were so supportive. They was demanding, and they'd give you the rollicking, but on the other side of it, the support, and the encouragement they gave you was terrific.
What kind of person was he as well?
He was reserved, Denis, a very reserved person, shy really. You wouldn't have thought that when you seen him on the pitch, but he was. He was just a wonderful person, as I say, very humble, The empathy shown to people was super. As a young boy, he was great. I'll never forget him. The King, the Law man.
And a special position that he has because he played for United and City as well.
Yeah. And I've been lucky to do that, and then it's very humbling that as a local lad I've been able to play for my two local teams. which Dennis did, and like Sir Matt played for City as well. You know, and obviously Frank Smith perished in the Munich air disaster, which was only last week, you know, so sad times.
Yeah, Denis Law, what a man. I'll repeat that, what a man. Not just a player, but what a man he was. And I feel very lucky that I got to know him a little bit. Of course, he was around the football club when I was an active player, but in later life, we both did jobs for Man United, and I was very, very lucky and fortunate to do a couple of jobs, some really fun ones with him. And what a man, what a character and what a personality he was.
Is there one memory that sticks out? Like you say, of your time when you were with him?
Bear in mind, this is a Ballon d'Or winner. This is probably, there are 5 names that go through Manchester United history, and he's one of those names. And we did, on the day of the opening of the Olympics, we did a thing for Michelle Obama in the garden of the American ambassador's house in London. And it was all about sports, moving. And all the American sports were there. And Manchester United then represented football. And we had to meet, we had a presentation to make to Michelle Obama, and was queuing up. We were the last one of the sports to meet her. And for that period, queuing up, waiting for to see her, he just like, she doesn't know who we are. She doesn't know who Man United. And he kept going on and when we eventually came up, and this is, Denis Law used to talk all the time, and most of what he said was really, really funny. But when we then came up, and Michelle Obama goes, "Hi Peter, hi Dennis, so good to meet you," and she starts to talk about things, and she's not been briefed. Well, she had been earlier, but there was nobody in between, and he never said anything for the whole meeting. Said nothing. It was so funny. He just absolutely stumped, because she knew who Denis Law was, and I think that he was so proud of that.
He was the king, wasn't he?
He was a king, yeah. How many statues are there around Old Trafford?
He's got 2.
He's got 2. Only the king gets 2.
Peter, thank you so much for your time.
Round yourself,